KVVP Leesville, DeRitter, Fort Polk, today's country 105.7.
8 minutes separates the Hathaway Lady Hornets and the Pitkin Lady Tigers from a spot in next week's state tournament in Hammond. And right now it's Hathaway on the road, winning the third quarter 21-7. They have a 7-point lead. They trailed by 7 at the half. Outscored Pitkin by 14 there in the third quarter, and they have the lead as we head into the final 8 minutes of the division, or of the Class B quarterfinal. Oh, it's going to be real bad next week with Division 4, Class B, Class C, non-select. And it'll be Jocelyn Johnson on the floor, kick ball, trying to get it down to Lentz. So it's Markle, Natalie Nolan, Lexi Strother, who had a big three there to close out the quarter. Charlie Lentz, Jocelyn Johnson, Natalie Nolan, Lexi Strother, and Lila Markle, who will inbound it to Jocelyn, who is, again, limited with action, but she's been in a couple of spurts already, back in there now. Lady Tigers season on the line. They trail by 7. They'll skip it over to Natalie Nolan. Catch and shoot three is good. Nolan's got 14. She's going to need to go here, and the crowd's starting to come to life. Opening minute of the fourth.
The game is really going to come down to maybe who have the last shot.
That's it.
If Pitkin can get back to a 1-4 game.
They'll need to get some stops here on this end. 21-point quarter for Hathaway there in the third. More than they had in the first half combined. Castro pops out with it. Lentz on the switch. They'll kick it to Francis. She was calling for it. Maybe had some space over there. And there's a whistle, and it's going the other way.
And that's going to be on Castro, her fourth.
Castro's fourth. One more. She'll be sitting watching the rest of this exciting game with us. (39-35). Pitkin led it after one, 14-12. At the half, 25-18, and then a 21-7 Hathaway third. As he students may have to just back up just a tad. Coach Johnson will go regulate over there. Yeah, it is a full. I think they're going to give him a full timeout. We'll keep it right here. Coach Chad Johnson, again, the in-stadium announcer, coach, voice coach. They'll be in action tomorrow night.
Who do they play?
They'll play Castor.
Oh.
Same team as the girls played. They'll be at home, right here, back at Champions Arena. We've got a good one here. 7 minutes left in what could be the season for the Lady Tigers. They trail by 4. They have the basketball. Trailed 39-32 coming into the fourth. Natalie Nolan just hit a three, and now they have it again. Nolan nearly tried to get it to Johnson back door. Now Lentz in the layup line, puts it in off the window, and the momentum's starting to shift here. It's a 2-point game. Hathaway 39, Pitkin 37. Guidry was calling for it off the jump there to Crater.
Castro had no choice but to just let him blow by. He already had 4 fouls.
4 fouls from Castro. Good shout there. Is again, anything would have gave her a fifth. Backdoor cut. Guidry float her up. Hathaway bench wanted a foul, but they'll keep it alive with an offensive rebound. And it'll
stay with Hathaway.
Yeah, Guidry on the back door kind of lulled him to sleep there as Jocelyn Johnson out. Lila Markle in. 6.5 to play in the ball game. Off the inbound, they'll get it to Francis over Strother. Tries to go baseline. She's cut off. She'll get it to Crater. Up top, Castro. Top of the key. She'll swing it over to Guidry. Guidry didn't catch it cleanly. Now pulled out and guarded by Lentz. She'll give it up to Crater. Crater goes baseline on Abby Nolan. Shot up and in. Count the basket and the foul. Crater turns the corner yet again. Makes Pitkin pay. This time it's Abby Nolan. Crater with 17, and the meter still running here with 6:10 to play.
Johnson check back in.
Jocelyn Johnson back in.
For Strother.
Yeah, the issue Coach George is having, he's asking for help defense because there's not a player on the floor that can stay in front of Allie Crater. And Crater, they iced her on the free throw, no good, so it's a 4-point Hathaway lead with 6 minutes to play in the ballgame. Lentz calling for some help. She knifes in, kicks it out. Abby Nolan gets the defender up on the head fake. Shoots over Guidry, no good. Lentz, strong rebound, put back, no good. And the rebound pulled down by Laverne. Empty trip for Pitkin there. Extra shot at it. Can't cash it in. Lacaz to the scores table. Crater penetrates. Kicks it to Castro. Castro out to Francis. Francis has 3 3-pointers. She's trying to get some space. Now Castro with it. Nearly doubled there. She'll get it to Crater. 5.5 to play in the ball game. Hathaway leads at 41-37. Winner moves on to Hammond to the state tournament. That one tapped out. And it'll stay with Hathaway. Arcadia Lacaz in. And Abby Nolan out. Lady Tigers looking to try to get back to Hammond for the first time since 2011. It has been 5,481 days. They are down 4 with 5 minutes to play.
You got leap years and all.
Yep, that's it. It's been a few leap years since then. To the rack, strong goes Francis, no good, but she gets the rebound.
Yeah, up and down.
And she looks at the bench. Good hustle to get the rebound. She was kind of trying to bail it out there, spun around, and came right back down for the turnover. That's one of those you just wanted to throw it up in the air as high as you can and hope for the best. Back to Pitkin it goes with 5:04 to play. 41-37 Hathaway leads. They led it coming into the fourth quarter, 39-32. Lentz gives it to Natalie Nolan for 3. That one in and out. Rebound pulled down by Laverne. Up ahead quickly to Castro. Castro at the free throw line. Bounces it. Lacaz gets the steal. Up to Lentz. They've got numbers. Charlie bounces it over. Extra pass. Natalie Nolan. 3 is good. It's a 1-point game. Natalie Nolan. 6 points in the quarter. Timeout on the floor. Hathaway 41. Lady Tigers 40. The gym is jumping. We'll be right back. It's the Class B quarterfinal on today's Country 105.7.
At Benoit Nissan, we treat you like family because your journey matters to us. With every new Nissan purchase, enjoy Benoit Care. 36,000 miles or 3 years of oil changes completely on us to keep you on the road with confidence. And when you come test drive a new Nissan comparable to your current vehicle, you get a free oil change just for trying it out. At Benoit Nissan, we're here to take care of you for the miles ahead. BenoitNissan.com. Stop by today and experience the care you deserve.
The steal by Arcadia Lacaz. And then the big-time 3, some good ball movement. Lentz to Jocelyn Johnson. Johnson scoops it out underhanded. And Natalie Nolan hits her second 3 of the quarter. It was a 7-point Hathaway lead heading into the final 8 minutes. And the Lady Tigers have cut it to 41-40 after the 3 by Nolan. And again, we said it going into the quarter. Down 7, season on the line. This was kind of a test of your mettle here. A veteran team on the road in Hathaway, a team that's won a state championship in the last few years. A team trying to get to the semifinals for the first time in a decade and a half. Back and forth we go. Hathaway has the basketball with 4.5 minutes to play. What a game. Pleasure to have you with us. The winner moves on to the Class B semifinals next week in Hammond. Crater with it. She'll get it back from Castro. Crater, 17 in the ball game. They hadn't been able to stay in front of her. But George, arguably his best defender, Markle, chasing her around. She's had the privilege of doing that tonight. And now some pressure as Hathaway was looking to maybe try to bleed some clock here. They make Crater tie her up. She's trying to get out of a torture chamber. She'll give it up to Castro. Good pressure on the ball by the Lady Tigers to make her give it up. Laverne catches it on the baseline, kicks it back out to Francis. 3:45 to play, 1-point lead. Lady Hornets. Oh, that's a near travel there. She kept her feet, but now it's ripped away from Francis up ahead to Markle. Markle bounces to Lentz, and a travel. I don't think that's a travel. You missed the travel here. I don't think Markle had it clean to get the travel call, but they missed the clear travel from Francis picking up her pivot here. Back to Hathaway it goes. That could have been a bucket and the lead for the Lady Tigers. Instead, back to Hathaway it goes. Big call there. Crater throws it off of Nolan, trying to bounce it over to Laverne. But again, yeah, Coach George has the argument. You can't miss the one here, and then the ball was poked away on the fast break, and that shouldn't have been a travel. And now Castro with it, 3:19 to play. Hathaway hanging on for dear life to a 41-40 lead. Crater to the rack, spins it in. And Allie Crater's got 19. It's a 3-point Lady Hornets lead with 3 minutes to play in the ball game. Lentz with it. Natalie Nolan on the wing. Gets it back to Charlie. Penetrates, kicks it out to Strother. Strother back to Lentz. She'll skip it over to the corner. Madison Johnson with it. Nearly has it stolen away. She'll get it back to Lentz. Crossover dribble on Francis. 2:40 to play in the ball game. Hathaway leads it 43-40. They'll skip it into the corner. Strother.
Abby Nolan checks in the next day ball.
Lentz goes baseline. Shot up and in off the window. It's a 1-point Hathaway lead. Took a long time to develop, but Pitkin with a high percentage look. Charlie Lentz now with 13 points. 2:20 to play. It's a 1-point Hathaway lead. Crater. They'll get it out of her hands to Castro. Castro to Francis. Francis at the elbow. They'll give it to Laverne. Trying to run bodies at Francis and Crater. And that'll be a turnover stolen by Strother. 2 minutes to play. Hathaway leads it by 1. Into the front court goes Charlie Lentz. Guarded by Francis. They'll get it to Strother. Strother on the block. Shot up over the defender is in, and Pitkin has the lead. Lexi Strother's bucket makes it 44-43 with 1:45 to go. Crater walks it up into the front court. And now here comes the double. Crater can't get it away. They'll call a timeout. Near jump ball.
Wow, actually the foul on the other side.
And we got a whistle. Coach Jag was trying to get, and instead they'll get the foul on Markle, but he called timeout. Instead, it's Markle who picks up the foul.
Yeah, his whistle came before. I heard his whistle before.
Yeah, because they didn't. I don't think you could hear him wanting the timeout. Coach Jagner was wanting the timeout, and he didn't get one, and now he does. So we will keep it right here. 1:33 remaining. Lady Tigers lead Hathaway 44-43. Hathaway had a 3-point lead. And then Pitkin had a bucket, got the steal on one end, and then Lexi Strother flips one over the defender, a tough shot to give Pitkin a 1-point lead, and it'll be Hathaway basketball. Man, what a game. What a finish here. Lady Tigers trail 39-32 heading to the fourth quarter. And again, winner moves on to the semis next week. Lady Tigers trying to do so for the first time since 2011.
And win or lose for either school.
Oh, man, yeah, what a
There's
game.
one thing that they haven't give up is their blood, but they definitely give up the sweat.
Yeah, no blood yet. That's a good thing because we don't want to stop at your play. But you're right. Everybody's kind of emptying the tank here. You've got senior heavy experienced team in Hathaway and Pitkin leaving it all out there. I don't think anybody wants to go home. Heck, I'll play a couple of more minutes of overtime. I don't know if the crowd or any of these coaches or players would like to do that. The crowd would love it, but the Pitkin faithful would love to try to win this.
Correct. The students would love it.
The students would love it. Yeah, parents want to go home. Evans looks like they're about to head to Hammond for the first time in a while. They're up 21 with a couple of minutes left. 90 seconds left here. Crater has it, gives it up to Castro. Pitkin leads it 44-43. Abby Nolan, Natalie Nolan on Castro. They'll get it back to Laverne. Kirsten Laverne looking for some help. You can tell they're trying to get it out of Crater and Francis's hands. And that's going to be a turnover. That one thrown away. Castro went one-way. Crater, again, a high percentage player, throws that one away. And back to Pitkin it goes. They lead it by 1 with 1:12 to play. Got to be smart here. Get a good possession. Get a good shot.
Jocelyn checks in.
Jocelyn back in the corner. Markle with it near us. 1:04 to play. They'll get it to Jocelyn Johnson. She'll get it back to Charlie Lentz. She's doubled. Markle goes baseline. Layup is in. Pitkin leads it by 3. Lila Markle all alone lays it in off the window 45 seconds to play. Crater on the other end. Scoop layup, no good. Lentz with the rebound. Quickly up ahead, Nolan to Jocelyn Johnson. Jocelyn lays it up and in. Jocelyn Johnson puts it in off the window. It's a 5-point lead. Sienna Guidry back on the other end, guarded by Johnson. And they'll run bodies at her, and Nolan will pick up the foul, trying to swipe it away. Jocelyn Johnson on the run out.
That's her fourth.
As that's Natalie's fourth foul, but man.
I think that's her fifth.
Oh, that is 5. I knew they had one not called on her earlier. So Natalie Nolan, one of the, arguably the best shooter on Coach George's roster, is done. She's got 17. It's a 5-point lead. Lady Tigers with 25 seconds to play. It's Markle, Madison Johnson, Abby Nolan, Jocelyn Johnson, and Charlie Lentz, the 5 out on the floor for Coach George. And now a timeout from the Hathaway bench. And not to get super emotional, because it was an emotional couple of weeks, I guess, for Joss. Came out senior night here against Hicks, basically was barely walking. They let her lay one in. And then we were at the South Bow game when her cousin wore the 12 jersey. And here she is out here laying it in on the fast break. A big bucket to give Pitkin a 2-possession lead. And now we've got parents and faculty just surfing the crowd, doing cartwheels. Lady Tigers 25 seconds away from punching their ticket to Hammond for the first time in 15 years. They lead at 48-43. If you're Hathaway here, I mean, obviously, what Pitkin's done here in this fourth quarter is get the ball out of Crater and Francis's hands. $18 seconds left. I don't know why I said 25. I think I was looking at the 30-second timeout clock. But 18 seconds left in the ball game. So Natalie Nolan has fouled out. Finishes with 17. She hit the first 6 points of the quarter for Pitkin, 2 threes. But again, everybody emptying the tank here. 18 seconds to play. 5-point lead for the Lady Tigers. What you can't do is foul on a 3. Crater will initiate the offense for Hathaway. Still can't get it in. And another timeout. As good pressure there on the inbounds play. We'll keep it right here. So it looks like one left timeout-wise for Hathaway. But again, Derrick, what a game here. This is, I didn't expect it to be this back and forth with the lead changes. Again, Hathaway led by as many as 8 to start the game, got down by as many as 7, and then took a 7-point lead into the fourth quarter. And Pitkin just, again, we talked about testing their mettle. They hadn't been in this position with a chance to get to the semifinals. Down in the fourth on their home floor. The gym was kind of, you could tell, a little bit on edge. And they have risen to the occasion. And they just have to hang on here. These last 18 seconds.
The last minute has felt like an eternity.
Feels like I'm watching a college or an NBA game.
Yeah.
5 out on the floor is Charlie Lentz, Jocelyn Johnson, Lila Markle, Madison Johnson, and Lexi Strother. Again, Natalie Nolan has fouled out. To inbounds it, it'll be Francis to Crater. Crater trying to split the double on the baseline. Shot is short. Rebound tapped out. Still loose, and Lexi Strother has it. Timeout, Coach George. I don't think anybody heard a whistle, but there was definitely a whistle's blown. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Lady Tigers looking to salt it away, leading by 5. It's the road to the championships on today's Country 105.7.
Hello, this is Sheriff Sam Kraft. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office is committed to protecting and serving all citizens of Vernon Parish. Senior citizens need our protection and our watchful eyes. Adult taxpayers deserve law and order, and our youth need encouragement and support in order to succeed. The Vernon Parish Sheriff's Office will continue to work with area law enforcement agencies to provide a safe and wholesome environment for all of our families. We are proud to serve Vernon Parish and to call it home.
Back here in Pitkin, where the Lady Tigers lead Hathaway 48-43. A couple of baskets by Lexi Strother to give Pitkin the lead. And then Jocelyn Johnson running the floor. They find her on the run out. She lays it in again, basically playing on one leg, able to kind of idle it down in the open floor and lay it in. The crowd went absolutely ballistic, not just because of the 5-point lead, but because of who scored to give them a 5-point lead. And now they'll get it to Charlie Lentz, and she's fouled by Crater.
That's Crater's first.
That's impressive because Crater's been in the mix pretty much all game. But again, heck of a player. She has emptied the tank here. Baseball pass up ahead. Can Madison Johnson get to it? She will. She'll save it into Jocelyn Johnson, who'll get it back to Markle. 5 seconds left. They'll skip it to Nolan. Charlie Lentz has it. She'll get it to Joss under the rim, but she's fouled with 1.4 to go. And the Pitkin faithful starting to feel it. That was almost about as close to a turnover, but then an excellent job at keep away as possible. 1.4 left. Markle catches. The horn sounds. And for the first time since 2011, the Pitkin Lady Tigers are headed to Hammond. They defeat Hathaway 48-43. The two teams get together. The students storm the floor. What an awesome moment. Again, you look out to your left, you got tears on one end, you got tears on the other. As the two teams shake hands, what a finish here in Pitkin. And the Lady Tigers are headed back to the state semifinals for the first time in 15 years. We will take a break, come back, tally up some totals, put a bow on it. What a game. Lady Tigers moving on in the Class B quarterfinals on today's Country 105.7.
Jamie and Jennifer Johnson of Beauregard Physical Therapy Clinic in downtown DeRidder are proud to support the Pitkin High School sports programs because they recognize the importance of athletics and academics in molding the lives of today's youth. Since 1987, Beauregard Physical Therapy Clinic has been your local orthopedic therapy clinic, specializing in joint replacement therapy, simple sprains and strains, and arthroscopic surgery. They accept most personal insurance, including Medicare and TRICARE. Look them up on Facebook or call 462-6097. Go Tigers!
Just as your local State Farm agent combines good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates, you can combine your home and auto. And guess what you'll get? That's right, good neighbor service with surprisingly great rates. In fact, State Farm agent David Heyman is your go-to agent in Leesville for service you deserve at the price you want. So try combining home and auto today. State Farm agent David Heyman will help you mix and match things perfectly. Call 337-239-9999 for your surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Individual premiums will vary by customer. All applicants subject to underwriting requirements.
Buying, selling, or refinancing your home? Let the Rethink Title Company work for you. Have a commercial real estate transaction? We can do that too. With over 35 years experience as a full-service real estate title company, we strive to provide personal attention and efficient results throughout the entire settlement process, giving you peace of mind. Give us a call at 337-404-4060 or stop by our office at 116 East Lula Street in Leesville. The team at Rethink Title are proud supporters of our area students and athletes and wish the best of luck on their future endeavors. Buying, selling, or refinancing your home? Let the Rethink Title Company work for you. Have a commercial real estate transaction? We can do that too. With over 35 years experience as a full-service real estate title company, we strive to provide personal attention and efficient results throughout the entire settlement process, giving you peace of mind. Give us a call at 337-404-4060 or stop by our office at 116 East Lula Street in Leesville. The team at Rethink Title are proud supporters of our area students and athletes and wish the best of luck on their future endeavors.
Back here at Champions Arena, where the Pitkin Lady Tigers have punched their ticket to Hammond for the first time in 15 years. They are semifinals bound. They win a comeback victory heading to the fourth quarter, down 7. They outscore Hathaway 16-4 in that fourth quarter. We talked about it going into the fourth. You gotta see what you're made of with your season on the line. Like I said, a lot of experience on both sides of the floor, and man, did the Lady Tigers rise to the occasion. What an just amazing fourth quarter. What an amazing game. You said it earlier, Derrick. I mean, you can't give kudos just to one side. I mean, Hathaway, you want to talk about nails till the end, man. They clawed their way back into this, took a lead into the fourth, tried to hang on. But at the end of the day, it was just too much. I want to say it was probably too much momentum by the home court.
You know, and the funny part is that going into half, Hathaway was down 7. And then when it mattered most and they needed to capitalize,
needed to dig deep. That's right.
They was up 7.
Yeah, and
7's just not looking up for tonight.
No, yeah, I think the worst lead was 7 by either team. You know, because you get up 7, you get down 7, it flipped. But again, just an excellent job by Coach George and the Lady Tigers. You could tell he was trying to push the right buttons. He subbed everybody in and out. He was changing his rotations left and right. He normally kind of hockey line subs them. He was individual subbing left and right. But again, they come back in the fourth to win 48-43, moving on to the semifinals for the first time since 2011. They defeat Hathaway 48-43. That'll set up a matchup with the winner of the Fairview-Whitman game. Again, there's no service at Fairview. They just go win over there, and you find out when you walk out the door. But if it is the Lady Panthers, it will be Fairview-Pitkin round 3 next week in Hammond. Fairview won both of those matchups. But again, this was an emotional win for Pitkin. You saw the tears flowing from both sides. But again, what an excellent game from Allie Crater. 19 points. She led all scorers. Just an unbelievable effort, especially when the chips were on the table. She wanted the ball in her hand, and she cashed it in just a couple of plays away from maybe going back to Hammond for Hathaway. But she led all scorers with 19 points. 9 points from Keeley Francis, all from beyond the arc. 6 points from Kirsten Laverne, 5 from Jelani Castro, 4 from Sienna Guidry. That Guidry 3 in the third gave Hathaway the lead, and they would take that lead into the fourth. As for the Pitkin Lady Tigers, Natalie Nolan fouled out in the fourth, but she had 17 points, none bigger than the 2-3 she hit to open the fourth quarter to kind of get into that deficit for Pitkin. That kind of sparked that comeback. She hit the first 2 from beyond the arc there in the fourth quarter. She finished with 17. Charlie Lentz with 13. This was probably a classic Charlie Lentz kind of gritty finish. We saw her rebounded. It didn't come easy for her down there tonight. It was physical. Both sides of the floor. She played defense. Drew a tough opponent, but she was banging around down there. It was a just kind of a classic, just slobber knocker down there. She finished with 13. 7 from Abby Nolan off the bench. Madison Johnson. Lexi Strada with 5. None bigger than her layup to go ahead, give Pitkin the lead there in the fourth. Lila Markle with 4 points, and arguably the loudest 2 points of the night. Jocelyn Johnson leaks out on the run out. They find her. She lays it in to basically give Pitkin the cushion, the 5-point lead. They would hang on, and that was the difference in the game. They win it 48-43. Again, teams starting to punch their tickets left and right. Evans in. Pitkin in, Rose Pine in earlier. Maryville, I believe, was closing in on an appearance as well, trying to get a Bell City and a Coca score. Lady Indians led that one at the break by 3, so hopefully they can hang on. South Bow started at 6:30. I'll try to get out of here and check that one out. But again, the brackets and the game times will come out for the state tournament sometime in the next couple of days, and we'll let you know when that will be. But they will include, for the first time in 15 years, the Pitkin Lady Tigers. What a game here. Congratulations to Coach George and his girls. Again, this thing's kind of been building for a few years now. They just wasn't able to get over the hump. Tonight in the fourth, they kicked the door down, and they are headed to Hammond next week. For Mike Holt back in studio, for Derrick Lee, we will see you next week. It's been the Class B quarterfinal. Actually, no. We'll see you tomorrow night because we got boys action tomorrow night from DeRidder, 7 o'clock tip. DeRidder Breaux Bridge, first home game for the Dragons since 2018. And then we'll head to Hammond next week. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.